One number, three completely different lives. $1,000, meet Marcus, Daniel, and Sophia. Same day, same number. $1,000 just landed in each of their lives. Watch what happens next. Marcus is 29. He works two jobs. Combined income? $2,200 a month. After rent, utilities, groceries, and his phone bill, he has about $180 left every single month. Today, $1,000 hit his account. His first thought wasn't excitement, it was relief. The car payment he's been delaying, $340. The electricity bill with the red warning, $190. His daughter's school supplies, $80. Groceries to last the month, $260. That's $870. Gone in 4 decisions, all of them necessary, none of them optional. He has $130 left, not to invest, not to save, just to breathe. Until next month comes and the cycle starts again. For Marcus, $1,000 isn't money, it's oxygen. Marcus, $1,000 received. $870 spent on survival. $130 remaining. Invested, $0. Daniel is 34, marketing manager. Income, $5,800 a month. Mortgage, car payment, daycare, subscriptions, student loan. He saves about $400 a month when things go well. Today, $1,000 arrived. Work bonus. His first thought? Finally. He splits it in his head almost immediately. $400 to the emergency fund. It's been low since the AC broke. $300 toward the credit card? Just the interest is killing him. $200 to his kid's college account. $100? Maybe something for himself. Maybe. He moves the money in 15 minutes. Nothing dramatic, no celebration, just plugging holes. Daniel isn't struggling, but he's not free either. He lives in the space between drowning and breathing. $1,000 helps. It genuinely helps. But by next week, he won't feel it anymore. For Daniel, $1,000 is a bandage, not a breakthrough. Daniel, $1,000 received, $700 to debt and safety nets, $200 to future, $100 personal, net freedom gained, temporary. Sophia is 38, built a business at 31, sold it at 35. Her money now makes money. Monthly passive income, $22,000. Today, $1,000 landed in one of her accounts. She didn't notice for 3 days. When she did, she didn't feel relief. Because she didn't feel excitement. She barely felt anything. $1,000 to Sophia is what $11 is to Marcus. She doesn't move it manually. Her system handles it. It flows into an index fund automatically. No decision required, no emotion attached. In 20 years at average market returns, and that $1,000 becomes roughly $3,800 while she sleeps. For Sophia, $1,000 is a number in a spreadsheet. Invisible, automatic, multiplying. Sophia, $1,000 received. Decision made, 0. Emotion felt, none. Future value in 20 years, approximately $3,800. Time spent thinking about it, 0 seconds. Same $1,000. Marcus felt it in his chest. Daniel felt it in his calendar. Sophia felt nothing. And that gap and that emotional distance from money is one of the most powerful signals of where someone is financially. Because here's what nobody tells you. The goal isn't to have more money. The goal is to reach the point where $1,000 stops feeling like survival, stops feeling like a patch, and starts feeling like a quiet, automatic seed. The rich don't feel money more, they feel it less, and somehow that's the whole game. Marcus knows this. Somewhere deep down, he knows. So does Daniel. The question isn't whether you understand it. The question is, what do you do with the next $1,000 you get? Does it go to survival? Does it go to plugging holes? Or does it start just barely, just slowly, going somewhere that makes more? Even $50, even $20. The distance between Marcus and Sophia isn't talent. It's not luck. It's what they did with the small amounts before the big amounts ever arrived. If this hit different, share it with someone who needs to see it. And if you want to see what happens to Marcus, Daniel, and Sophia 10 years from now, subscribe. That video is coming.